Hi guys, welcome back. This is Erin from Painting Those Piggies, and today I am back for another round of weekly manis. So today is kind of like a muted week. I don't know what happened, but I just went kind of for muted colors. So quickly before I get into the manis, I kind of decided to do something different for next week. That clinking is actually Lucy in the room. She is our other, okay, she's like performing some kind of stunt work under the furniture. She is, I think she's only been in the video once because I dragged her in there. She is our white cat with black spots. You saw Rosie in the Valentine's polish pics. She might be stuck. Lucy, are you stuck? No, okay, she's okay. So before I get started, I do have a couple of things coming up next week. I am going to film my first tutorial, which is going to be a Dotacure this weekend, and I do have my Ulta Lisbon exclusives and my Sally's Lisbon exclusives coming up next week, so that's what's coming up in the next week's videos. And so for next week, I wanted to go with a theme, and I know that next week is Valentine's Day. So here's what I decided to do. I decided to let my husband Dave pick my polish every day next week. So I thought it would be kind of fun. It's gonna be, I don't know, it's going to be just whatever he decides to pick. His kind of preferences are reds. He also likes those kind of like pumpkin pie colors, which he refers to as fox oranges because he really likes foxes, like Fox the animals. He also likes olive greens. He does tend to pick like the same colors off my OPI wall rack. If he's just like standing around, he'll pick the same couple of colors, but I don't think he realizes he does it. He always tends to pick OPI's Last Friday Night, Susie the First Lady of Nails, and OPI's I Have a Herring Problem. I don't think he realizes he picks like the same three colors, but those are ones he always suggests, so I think it'll be funny if he picks those colors. But I'm gonna start tonight, and so it'll be Saturday through Friday, and I'm just gonna let him pick randomly and see what he picks. I thought it was gonna be fun. I think he'll pick seasonally inappropriate things, and I don't know. I have no idea what he's gonna pick, so it's just gonna be totally random, and I thought it would be fun because we're married, and that's kind of Valentine's Eve, right? So that's what I decided to do all for next week. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be totally random. So let's get into weekly manis this week. Like I said, I kind of picked like more subtle colors this week. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna start with what I wore Saturday through Sunday last week. I was getting a text from my mom. I went to a Steampunk Alice in Wonderland 30th birthday party. I had shown you guys what I did on my friend. Her nails were Alice in Wonderland themed with little metallic gears on them, and she's no longer going to be my friend because it was a surprise engagement party. So now she's going to be my sister-in-law. I'm going to insert a picture here. So I started off with a base of OPI's Live and Let Die, which I thought was kind of like grungy, like colored. It's actually my way of using up that polish. And then I decided to try and stamp with this polish, which is OPI's Love.Angel.Music.Baby, because it's like a one coat polish and it's also metallic, and surprisingly it stamped really well. So this is what I stamped with. I just pulled out like my most gear like stamping plate because I'm not really like a steampunk kind of person, if you couldn't already tell that. I'm more of like desserts and unicorns and stuff like that. So I stamped with this polish and I think it turned out really well. So that is what I wore Saturday through Sunday because we were in Chicago, so I didn't have time to change my polish, and I was really happy with how it turned out. So that was OPI's Live and Let Die with OPI's Love.Angel.Music.Baby stamped over it. So next for Monday, I I don't know, I chose this polish randomly. This was one that was going to be like in contention to be in my project polish. I had never worn this. I'm glad I didn't put it in my project polish because I didn't really like it. It didn't have the greatest formula. It's kind of like a nudie blush pink, and it was in my Ciate advent calendar. So I wore this for Monday. I did plan on doing nail art. I think that's how a lot of this week worked out, but I ended up like adding a new migraine medicine in. I had like, we had so many adulting things this week. Like I had a doctor's appointment Monday. I had a LASIK follow-up on Tuesday. I had to get my windshield fixed on Wednesday. Like we had so many things that were like adulting things this week. And I had like a new medication that like made me really tired. So this week was just like really busy and really crazy. So I wanted to do nail art all week, but I ended up like not doing any of it. So this manicure was really boring, and this was Ciate's The Naked Truth. I didn't really like this polish. It was kind of hard to work with, but I really like the color. It's kind of like a very light blush pink, but I don't remember the formula being that good. I don't remember what I wanted to do. I'm having like recall issues. Like I can't really remember what I wanted to do. I think it was something, I don't know. I can't remember what I wanted to do, which is not great, but you'll kind of see that I can't remember exactly what I wanted to do with most of my nail art this week. That's the medication talking, but I don't remember what I wanted to do. Something girly and Valentine's Day-ish, I think, but I can't remember at this point. But I didn't really like this manicure. This polish didn't really work well for me, so that was Monday's manicure, which didn't work out the way I wanted to, but that is Ciate's The Naked Truth, which ended up being 3 coats. Next up is a mani that I really liked. I ended up putting this over Essie's Angora Cardi, which is not really a polish I like. I kind of think it's more of a fall polish, but I paired it over this new indie that I bought, which I saw on Instagram and I fell in love with. It's also a dessert themed polish, so I found this polish, which is Whimsical Nail Polish by Pam, and this is the first one I ever bought. So this is called Ben and Cherries, and it's inspired by Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia, which I can't eat cherries, but I know my mom really likes that ice cream. So once I saw this polish combination, it's a glitter topper, I fell in love with it instantly. It's a combination of like metallic brown glitter, different kind of like a magenta pink glitters. It's also got pink hearts in it, and I fell in love with it. And I thought the pink glitters in it kind of went really well with Essie's Angora Cardi, and I stinking loved it. I thought it was beautiful, and so I ordered it. It got here really fast, especially since it came from Florida, and I just thought it was so cute. The bottle is really cute. It's got a little bow on it, and here is what the glitter mix looked like. I think it will show up better over a lighter polish, but I thought that Essie's Angora Cardi looked really good with the colors in the glitter, so I really just thought it was such a cute polish. And so I don't normally like run out and just buy random indies, but this one I just thought was really cute, and especially inspired by ice cream, so I just bought it on a whim. So I was really happy that I just decided to get it. So I just love it. It was really cute. One of my favorites from the week. So that was Whimsical Nail Polish by Pam, Ben and Cherries. Next up for Wednesday's manicure, this was also one of my favorites from the week. I did manage to pull off some nail art. This was kind of an unexpected combination. I did take one of my project polishes, which is like one of my active project polishes. This is Essie's Demure Vicks. This is not one of my favorite colors, and it's kind of like a muted mauve color, but it does have a flash of like a really bright lavender to it. So I wanted to pull that lavender kind of flash out of it. And so I took like that exact color, and I really like focused on that lavender flash, and to me it looked exactly like OPI's purple Palazzo pants, which I had actually never worn, and I wanted to kind of do some diagonal stripes with it. I don't think it was other people's kind of favorite just based on Instagram, but when I looked at it in person, I really loved it. So I just cut up some strips of washi tape and taped them diagonally on my nails, and these two together, I just really love them. It was like soft and just like pretty. It almost like reminded me of just like a soft Valentine's version of nail art, and I really loved them together. So that was a good way to use a little bit of this project polish. This was like the first new one I had used, and so that was Essie's Demure Fix with OPI's purple Palazzo pants. Next up we have what I wore yesterday. This polish kind of ended up being a fail. This one will show up in February's nail polish haul, which I thought was going to be a low buy, and it's not really turning out to be a low buy. I have a lot of polish that I've hauled so far, and it's only February 9th. So this one I thought was really pretty in the bottle, and then I realized as I was putting it on that it kind of looks like a dupe for one of the colors in the OPI Lisbon collection, except this one has a terrible formula. It's awful. I mean, I was applying this and I was like, what, why did I didn't realize it was almost a dupe. And then it just got a horrible formula. This was from like a resort collection from Essie like a year or two ago. This is Essie's Not Just a Pretty Face. As you can see, it's like a strawberry, kind of like a strawberry cream color in the bottle. So obviously I was attracted to it. The formula was so bad. It was kind of like thick and goopy, but also really sheer. I would not recommend this polish. I needed 3 coats. Some of my nails actually needed a 4th coat, but once you get to a 4th coat, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I mean, even some, like my pinkies needed a 4th coat, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I refuse to do 4 coats. I mean, at that point, it's so hard to get it to dry, so I just stuck with 3 coats, and then I just added some little glitter stars on my ring fingers and called it a night, because I was not about to do 4 coats of this. So I think this one's probably going to be an immediate de-stash for me, because I'm not wasting my time with 3 to 4 coats, especially with something that was so hard to work with. I mean, it was just awful. It looks beautiful in the bottle. It looks like a strawberries and cream, kind of like ice cream or ice pop, but it was just terrible. I mean, I don't know why they would release a polish this bad. So that was Thursday's manicure, which was Essie's Not Just a Pretty Face. And then I have Friday's manicure, which is today, and what I have on my nails. I am always super excited about the Olympics. I don't know what it is, but ever since the Rio Olympics, I just got so into them. I grew up as a swimmer. I swam for 9 years competitively, and I was not that into the Olympics as a kid, but like the Rio Olympics, I like tracked every event and we watched everything, and we're the same way, or at least I'm the same way now. We had everything on last night, and so I wanted to do something kind of like snow inspired, and so I was convinced that I was going to put on OPI's Kitty White, which was from the Hello Kitty collection. I was so pumped about it, and then I went to reach for it, and then I realized I do not own Kitty White from the Hello Kitty collection. I don't know what happened. I was convinced I owned it, and I do not own it. So I reached for something similar. I was gonna reach for the one from the Mustang collection, but I ended up reaching for this one instead. This was from the second Muppets collection, and this is OPI's International Crime Caper. I didn't want to like build it up in 3 or 4 coats. So what I did instead was I started with a base of OPI's Alpine Snow, which fit the skiing theme, but it ended up kind of being a pain because I did 2 coats of this and then 2 coats of this, and that was a lot of polish, but it ended up drying okay. But what ended up happening was International Crime Caper has a little bit of a gold shift, so it ends up looking a little bit yellowy over Alpine Snow, which is like a pure white. So here's what my nails look like today. International Crime Caper has a little bit of a golden shift, but it also has some blue and pink shimmer. So I think next time, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably build it up on its own, which is how I've worn it normally. It's not my favorite polish. I need to just find Kitty White, I guess, which it's hard to find that Hello Kitty collection since it is discontinued, but now I'm going to have to hunt for it because that's what I really wanted to wear. So that is everything from Weekly Manis this week. I don't know what happened. It was like soft shades week, I guess. But now next week we're just going to get, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Normally I kind of know ahead of time what I want to wear for the next day. But now that Dave is going to pick, I don't know. We might get neons. We might get, I don't know. Who knows what he's going to pick. So I think it's going to be really fun. He knows that I'll wear anything, obviously, so we'll see what he picks. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you want to let me know what you wore in the comments down below, I would always like to know. So thank you guys, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.